ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम। Dear friends, we were seeing the Sambandha Bhashyam at the beginning of the 5th chapter, that is Karma Sannyasa Yoga. And the chapter started with the doubt of Arjuna as to which one is better, whether Sannyasa is better or whether Karma Yoga is better. So the question is so framed that we have to analyze the question. What exactly did he ask and what was in his mind? Arjuna asked, कर्म संन्यासं कर्मयोगं च संन्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण पुनः योगं च शंससि. You are at times praising sannyasa, at times you are praising yoga. So what exactly does Arjuna understand by the word sannyasa? So in the last class we were seeing that a jnani has option for two things. One is he can continue to do action. He can continue to do his karma, action rather, and which becomes akarma, because he is not having that kartrutva bhavana, he is not having bhoktrutva bhavana. So in the case of a jnani, even if he does karma, it is not karma. Jnani has another option, that he can totally renounce. So there is a karma sannyasa by a jnani. So sannyasa means karma sannyasa by a jnani. That is one sannyasa. There is also another type of sannyasa where people like you and me, we also try to take up sannyasa, trying to be in the path of jnana, trying to be in the path of knowledge, hopeful of getting jnana at some point of time. That is called vividisha sannyasa. So we see that sannyasa is of two types. One is sannyasa done by a jnani, the other is sannyasa done by you and me. You and I, we take up sannyasa. You then you wear this kashaya dandam and whatnot, and then remove this shikha yajñopavitam and whatnot. And then of course there are also certain duties for sannyasi. There are certain duties like Omkara Dhyanam, some other say duties. I am not very thorough with that, but anyway, there are certain duties for him. Then Bhikshatanam of course is there. There are some other duties which are to be performed by him. And then he is not an Atma Jnani. He is having an idea, he is having that kartrutva bhavana. Bhoktrutva bhavana, of course, he is trying to thin it down. He is just trying to thin it down. And then because he is not doing any other things like parigraha and all these things, and then very consciously practicing yama, niyama, asana and all these things, he is slowly thinning down his, all his desires and say bhoktrutva and whatnot. So we have got two types of sannyasa. So Arjuna's question, what type of sannyasa is referred to? That is the basic question. So if it is sannyasa by an Atmajnani, then certainly that sannyasa is superior to Karma Yoga, because Karma Yoga is only the process, a sadhana. Karma Yoga is only a sadhana for ultimately acquiring jnanam. There should not be any doubt about this. Karma Yoga is only a sadhana. And that siddhi state is that Advaita siddhi state is that jnanam, and then jnani can do karma, cannot do karma. That's a different thing. So, if it is a comparison between Jnani Sannyasa and Karma Yoga, Jnani Sannyasa is definitely superior. There is an Ajnani Sannyasa and Karma Yoga. Krishna says it is basically a question of opinion also, depending on the context and which is suited for which man. So that is also there. For you, this Karma Yoga is better. For somebody else, say Karma Sannyasa may be okay, but for you are a Kshatriya. You have got a responsibility, you have got this, and then I am asking you to do Nishkama Karma. I am not asking you to do Kamya Karma. If I am asking you to do Kamya Karma, you will be tied with all this fruit of that action, and you will again get rebirth and whatnot. So I am asking you to do Nishkama Karma. So when that is the option, certainly Karma Yoga is better. In fact, for the last class, there was one query just now, somebody rang up and told me, that is regarding which yoga is better. Because Gita is talking about so many types of yogas. You see Sankhya Yoga, you see Karma Yoga, you see Sannyasa Yoga, you see then Atma Sanyama Yoga, you see Bhakti Yoga, you see all these things. So which is better? So there is no question of which is better, because it all depends on where we are. It depends on what is our level of understanding, what is our level of maturity, and where we are. That is most important. Suppose I am say I may be say samsara, I may be a gruhastha, or I may be doing something else, but somebody may be a jnani, somebody might have realized at that stage. So there are several stages and there are several examples in our say in our immediate past. There may be people to even today, there may be people even today around us, several people may be around us who are jnanis, who are perfectly jnanis, and then they are doing their karmas, and then they are indistinguishable from others. So it all depends on the attitude. Yoga is basically an attitude of mind, whether you are having that clinging for the fruit of action or not. That is one question. And then if our own desires and all these things have totally thinned down, then obviously you are on that path of jnana. So it all depends. We cannot say which yoga is better, which is better. You follow Bhakti Yoga, you follow this Karma Yoga. Which thing is better, it is difficult to say. The thing should be, we have to understand where exactly we are, and then we have to decide which is suitable for us. And maybe a guru may suggest, if suppose the question arises in my mind, I have to go to my guru, and then I have to speak to him for some time. Then the guru will gauge where I am, and the guru will guess, he will not guess, he will understand where I am, what is my level of understanding, what are my levels of anger, hatred, all these raga, dvesha and all these levels, what are these, something like say lipid profile, something like lipid profile, you see how is the HDL and how is the LDL and how much is your BP and how much is this, that, etc. He will examine all those levels and then decide as to which course is good for you. He may say, okay, you follow this Bhakti Yoga, you are already say in this path, say you are at this level, you please follow this, do this Upasana and slowly read Gita Bhashyam and then come into that. So somebody's mind may be inclined to that Bhakti Yoga. Somebody may be seriously a man of action, and then for that man of action, and then still of course he has some interest in this karma, serious interest in Jnana Yoga. For him, he may suggest, okay, you follow this Karma Yoga because you are having all these duties and then you have, say, this responsibility, you please follow Karma Yoga. So it is for the Guru, it is like a patient going to a doctor. So we have to approach a Guru and then ask him. So theoretically, a teacher can say, somebody say sitting here cannot directly say this Bhakti Yoga is better or Jnana Yoga is better, this is better, that is better. But the doctrine, ultimate doctrine is Jnana Yoga is supreme. That is the highest thing. That is the goal, Jnanam rather, not Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga again means it is something slightly, when we say Jnana Yoga, you are referring to a particular sadhana. Jnanam is something so different. Jnanam means Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That Chit, that supreme consciousness. We are referring to that supreme consciousness when we say Jnanam. When we refer to Jnana Yoga, you are referring to slightly different thing. Slightly. That is Viveka Vijnana. Then Atmanatma Vivekam. You are talking about this Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. In that Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, Nitya, Anitya, Viveka. Then Shamadama, Dishatka Sampatti. All these things are there, isn't it? So those things, they are there, which have been achieved by a particular gentleman. And then that thing, that Viveka Vijnana, that is, he is associated with that. Yuktaha iti yoga. What is that yoga? Yujyate anena iti yoga. One who is yoked with that, one who is associated with that, one who is tied with that. So that means he is in that path. It is still a sadhana level, Jnana Yoga. But still, that is supposed to be the supreme thing. Jnanam is the ultimate thing which is to be attained. Karma Yoga is a Bahiranga sadhana. We saw that thing also in the last class I told you. Karma will lead you up to that place like say that security man, and then after say ushering you into Chief Minister's chamber, he will be outside only. So something like that. So we are at that level. So it is a Guru who is proper person to tell us as to which path is better. And I personally feel for people like us, it is Karma Yoga which is better. till say we get totally we feel that there are no karmas to be performed, and then only loka sangrahartham we have to do something, and then okay, at that time you have to seriously get into this shravana, manana, nididhyasana, and then at this level slowly it will lead you to jnana path. So that is what I can say as a sort of distant say teacher. An immediate teacher will be able to say as to what is possible. Then okay, we will come to the text. We were reading this line. This line I read. Nanucha atmavidah jnana yogena nishtham pratipadaishyan purvodahurtaihi vachanaihi bhagavan karma sannyasam avochat. With all the in all the previous examples, Bhagavan, Lord Krishna, has told about karma sannyasam. Natu anatmajnasya, that was not, this line I read already, that's why I am reading fast. Natu anatmajnasya, that is not in the case of an anatmajna. For an say, atasya karmanusthana karma sanyasayoho bhinna purusha vishayatvat. So this karma sannyasa and karma yoga, these two things are meant for two different persons. They are not meant for one person. So anyatarasya prashasyatara bhubutsaya ayam prashnaha anupapannaha. So this question is a right question. So the right question is this particular says it's not exactly purvapasha. This is a sort of clarification. So this Arjuna's question is something which which should not arise. So that is what he says. Arjuna's question should not arise because this say anatma with karma sannyasa. This karma sannyasa and karma yoga are for two different types of people, not for one person. So then the Siddhanti says, Satyam evam. So this is where we were reading. This line I read, I had to explain this line. Satyam evam. Yeah, this is true. What you say is true. This is actually for two different people. But this question becomes relevant from the point of view of the questioner. Arjuna is the questioner. Unfortunately, he is having some doubt in his mind. So we have to understand as to what is there in his mind. So that is what this sentence says. Satyam evam tvadabhiprayena prashnaha na upapadyate. This line also we read. Prashtuhu swabhiprayena punaha prashnaha yujyate eva. Prashtuhu. Prashta means the questioner. From the point of view of this questioner, this abhipraya, this sort of this question is very appropriate only. You follow this?
Yes.
Okay, then Katham.
We read all.
I read, but I have not explained. Purvodahurtaihi vachanaihi bhagavata karma sannyasasya kartavyataya vivakshitattvat pradhanyam. Purvodahurtaihi vachanaihi means by all these examples, by all so many sentences which he has already told, it appears that Lord Krishna, he told karma sannyasa as something which has to be done. Karma sannyasasya kartavyataya vivakshitattvat. Kartavyataya means as something which has to be done. It is the kartavyam. Kartavyataya vivakshitattvat. Vivaksha is vaktumicha. That is the intention. Lord Krishna's intention is to say that karma sannyasa is the supreme thing. In fact, that is the doctrine also. That is actually the Advaita doctrine is that karma sannyasa is the supreme thing. Jnani, of course, he may do some action, but ultimately karma sannyasa is the supreme course. So, kartavyataya vivakshitattvat pradhanyam. Then, did we read this also? Antarena cha kartaram. Okay, antarena cha kartaram tasya kartavyatva asambhavat. Then, for anything, there should be a karta also. For karma sannyasa or for karma yoga, there should be a karta. Without a karta, there is no such thing as sannyasa. Then, anatma vidapi karta pakshe praptaha. Then, for this karma sannyasa, as I explained just now, there is also a possibility that an anatmavit is jnani, anatmavit is ajnani. There is also a possibility that this ajnani means not totally ignorant man. We should, when we say in Veda, in the context of Vedanta, we should not say that ajnani is a fool. Ajnani may be a great professor, he may be a very big man in some other field, but then in this particular field, he is having that kartrutva bhavana. So long as he is having that kartrutva bhaktrutva bhavana, he is an anatmavit. Let us say, no insult meant. So for this anatmavit, anatmavidapi karta pakshe praptaha. So pakshe praptaha means that option has also arisen. That option also is possible. That alternative is possible. Pakshe praptaha anudyate. Anudyate means it is being mentioned. Anuvada, we know what is Anuvada. Anuvada, what is Anuvada? Anuvada is not translation. Anuvada means reiteration. Anuvada in Telugu, we wrongly say translation. It is not like that. Anuvada is reiteration. Anudyate means it is being mentioned. So that is it. Anudyate eva. Na punaha atmavid kartrukameva sannyasasya vivakshitam. So there is a, not only by this word sannyasa, it is not only this jnani sannyasa which is meant. I will use some simpler words like jnani sannyasa and ajnani sannyasa. By the word sannyasa, it is not only the jnani sannyasa which is meant, it also implies ajnani sannyasa. So both options are possible. Ityevam manvanasya arjunasya. So I think from here we have to read. You read. Anupapannaha also we read. Okay. Ityevam manvanasya arjunasya. That means Arjuna who is thinking like this. Iti evam manvanasya. Arjuna who is thinking like this. Karma anusthana karma sanyasayoho avidvat purusha kartrukatvam api asti. Karma anusthana and karma sannyasa. Karma anusthana means karma yoga. Karmasya anusthana. That is karma yoga. Then karma sannyasa. That is renunciation. For karma yoga and also for renunciation, avidvat purusha kartrukatvam api asti. That is, it is possible that there is an avidwan, that is an ajnani, who can be a karta for all these, for both these things. Vidwan can be a karta. Vidwan can be a karta only for karma sannyasa. In the case of vidwan or in the case of a jnani, there is no question of karma yoga. That we are going to see subsequently. Okay. Avidvat karma purusha kartrukatvam api asti iti purvoktena prakarena tayoho paraspara virodhat. These two things are totally opposite. So vidwan cannot have this thing, but avidvat, for avidvat purusha, these two things are possible. So that he is going to explain slowly. So tayoho paraspara virodhat anyatarasya kartavyatve prapte. Anyataraha means one of the two. Anyatarasya kartavyatve prapte means when it is a situation has arisen that you have to choose one of the two. Anyatarasya kartavyatve prapte. You have to do one of the things. One of the two has to be done by you. So that is the situation. Then at that situation, then naturally it is natural for us, for Arjuna, it is natural for Arjuna to put this question, okay, which is better? For in Arjuna's mind, this sort of doubt has arisen. Is it clear or not? Anyatarasya prashasyataram cha kartavyam na itarat iti prashasyatara vividishaya prashnaha na anupapannaha. So Arjuna's question is totally not irrelevant. Na anupapannaha means it is not inappropriate nor not irrelevant. So that is the meaning. So let us read the next line. Prativachana vakyartha nirupanena api prashtuhu abhiprayah evameva iti gamyate. Okay, then Shankaracharya is saying Arjuna has put a question. Krishna has given an answer. So if you see, suppose there is some doubt about the question, you see the answer. You see the answer and then see, oh, what by seeing what is the answer, then you can see what is the meaning of the question. Is it not so? Some sort of reverse engineering. So reverse logic. So you see the answer and then you see, okay, oh, this is what Arjuna meant. So that is why Krishna has answered like this, isn't it? So that is what he says. Prativachana vakyartha nirupanena api. That is prativachana vakyam. What is that prativachana vakyam? What is that prativachana vakyam? Tayosu karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate. That is between these two, the karma sannyasa and karma yoga is superior. So that is the prativachana. So if we analyze that prativachanam means reply. If you analyze that reply also, you can know what is in the mind of the questioner. By examining the answer, you can also know what is there in what the questioner meant. Okay. Prashtuhu abhiprayah evameva iti gamyate. Katham sannyasa karmayogau nishreyasa karau tayostu karmayogah vishishyate iti prativachanam. So the prativachanam or reply is that sannyasa and karma yoga are both nishreyasa karau. They are both in the right direction. Nishreyasa karau. They are not the ultimate nishreyasa kara. Nishreyasa kara means that is a path, that is a sadhana, that is a path for nishreyasa. But then tayoho tu means on the other hand, tayoho between these two things, karma yoga vishishyate. Karma yoga is superior. Iti prativachanam. Etat nirupyam.
एतत् निरूप्यं
किमनेन
किमनेन
आत्मवित् कर्तृकयोः
आत्मवित् कर्तृकयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
निःश्रेयसकरत्वं प्रयोजनम् उक्त्वा
निःश्रेयसकरत्वं प्रयोजनम् उक्त्वा
तयोः एव कुतश्चित् विशेषात्
तयोः एव कुतश्चित् विशेषात्
कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगस्य
कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगस्य
विशिष्टत्वम् उच्यते
विशिष्टत्वम् उच्यते
आहोस्वित्
आहोस्वित्
अनात्मवित् कर्तृकयोः
अनात्मवित् कर्तृकयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
तदुभयमुच्यते
तदुभयमुच्यते
इति
इति
ओके सो एतत् निरूप्यम् एतत् निरूप्यम् मीन्स this has to be decided here. What has to be decided? Is he talking of sannyasa by atmavit and saying that karma yoga is superior to sannyasa? The question is he talking about an atmavit? Is he talking about a jnani? Or is he talking about sannyasa by anatmavit? So that is the point. This I think what we have been talking only. We are reading in Sanskrit, that's all. What we have been talking, we are reading in slightly chaste Sanskrit. So, okay, what is this? Etat nirupyam. Nirupyam means that has to be decided, that has to be clarified. Etat nirupyam. Kimanena atmavit kartrukayoh sannyasa karma yogayoh nishreyasa karatvam uktva atmavit kartrukayoh. This atmavit kartruka means where atmavit is the karta. That which is having Atmavit as the Karta is Atmavit Kartrukam. Some action where Atmavit is the Karta, that action is called Atmavit Kartrukam. Is it clear? So Atmavit Kartrukayoho Sannyasa Karma Yogayoho. This Sannyasa and Karma Yoga, these are two actions. So where Atmavit is the Karta. So he is talking about the first option now. आत्मवित् कर्तृकयोः सन्यास कर्मयोगयोः निःश्रेयसकरत्वं प्रयोजनम् उक्त्वा that is he saying about these two things by a jnani and then he is saying that these are nishreyasakaram, these are two recommended paths and then tayoreva between those two only kutaschit visheshat for some reason because of some reason kutaschit visheshat कर्म संन्यासात् कर्मयोगस्य विशिष्टत्वम् उच्यते. Is he saying for some special reason, so for some special cause, is he saying that karma yoga is superior to karma sannyasa? Ahosvit and means otherwise or else ahosvit anatmavit kartrukayoho sannyasa karmayogayoho tadubhayam uchyate. Is he talking or whether he is talking about an ajnani? Is he talking about a jnani and talking about his sannyasa and his karma yoga, or is he talking about an ajnani and he is talking about his karma yoga and his sannyasa? So that is it. Kimcha ataha. Kimcha ataha means okay. What is there? What is so? What is the speciality about it? That is it. Kimcha ataha. Yadi atmavit kartrukayoho sannyasa karma yogayoho निःश्रेयसकरत्वं तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगस्य विशिष्टत्वम् उच्यते यदि वा अनात्मवित् कर्तृकयोः सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः तदुभयम् उच्यते इति. Same thing is repeated. What is there? What is the implication either way? Kimcha ataha. What is the implication? What is the say difference either way? What is the difference? He wants to know. Yadi atmavit kartrukayoh sannyasa karma yoga nishreyasakaratvam tayostu karma yogasya vishishtatvam uchyate. What is the difference when Krishna talks about a jnani and jnani's sannyasa and jnani's karma yoga, or ajnani's sannyasa and ajnani's karma yoga? What is it that you are deriving? What is it that you are trying to derive, or what is the difference? So that is the question. Is it clear?
Sure.
The same thing what was there in the earlier line, he is repeating. Atmavit kartrukayoho karma sannyasa karma yogayoho nishreyasakaratvam tayoho, between them karma sannyasa karma yogasya vishishtatvam uchyate. Between these two things, is he talking about the superiority of karma yoga in comparison to karma sannyasa, or is he talking about anatmagya's case? So the same thing is repeating. उच्यते इति अत्र उच्यते
अत्र उच्यते
आत्मवित्कर्तृकयोः
आत्मवित्कर्तृकयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
असम्भवात्.
असम्भवात्.
So that is the clear decision. तयोः
तयोः
निःश्रेयसकरत्ववचनं
निःश्रेयसकरत्ववचनं
तदीयाच्च कर्मसन्न्यासात्
तदीयाच्च कर्मसन्न्यासात्
कर्मयोगस्य विशिष्टत्वाभिधानम्
कर्मयोगस्य विशिष्टत्वाभिधानम्
इत्येतदुभयम्
इत्येतदुभयम्
अनुपपन्नम्.
अनुपपन्नम्.
So अत्र उच्यते. Now we are clarifying. Now Shankaracharya says, now we are clarifying. आत्मवित्कर्तृकयोः सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः असम्भवात्. Asambhavat, that is for an Atmavit, say this sannyasa and karma yoga, both to be done by a jnani. Atmavit is jnani. Atmavit is jnani. For sannyasa or karma yoga, both to be performed by a jnani is something which is inconceivable. So that is what he says. Why? You please let us analyze. Why is karma sannyasa inconceivable for a jnani? Karma sannyasa is appropriate. For a jnani, karma sannyasa is okay. But karma yoga is not possible. Karma yoga is something which is inconceivable. He is a jnani. For an ajnani only karma yoga is there, isn't it?
It's not reached that level.
So for a jnani, both these things are not possible. He is having only karma sannyasa. Karma yoga is not possible. So that is what we have to say. By principle of exclusion, by slowly excluding, he is trying to derive the meaning. So for an Atmavit, Atmavit Kartrukayoho, Sannyasa Karma Yogayoho Asambhavat. For an Atmavit, these two things cannot be there. Only one thing can be there. Tayoho Nishreyasa Karatva Vachanam, saying that both of them are they are on the right path, and then Tadiyacha Karma Sannyasat Karma Yogasya Visishtatva Abhidhanam Ityetadu Anupapannam. All these things are inconceivable. They don't fit in Anupapannam. They are not. They don't fit in here. That is in the case of a jnani, saying that this karma sannyasa can be there and karma yoga can be there, and between them karma yoga is better. Saying all that is something ridiculous. It is something which is inappropriate. So that is it. That is the meaning here. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then yadi anatmavidah karma sannyasah tat pratikulascha कर्मानुष्ठान लक्षणः कर्मयोगः संभवेतां तदा तयोः निःश्रेयसकरत्वोक्तिः करत्व उक्तिः निःश्रेयसकरत्व उक्तिः कर्मयोगस्य च कर्मसन्न्यासात् विशिष्टत्व अभिधानं इत्येतत् उभयम् उपपद्यते. So he is clarifying that for an anatmavit, for an ajnani, these two things are possible. These two options are possible. For a jnani, these two options are not possible. Because in the case of a jnani, there can be a karma sannyasa, but there cannot be karma yoga. Why? Again, he is going to say in the next para. But in the case of a ajnani, in the case of an ajnani, both are possible. Suppose the case like us, we are not totally jnanis, but still we want to be on the right path. There is an option before us. We can today go and then take up sannyasa and then wear some kashayam, and what is that? Some option is there. Or okay, well, let us try to understand karma yoga and try to do our best. So we will try to do karma yoga. So these two options are available for you and me, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is what he is saying. Yadi anatmavidah, that is the anajnani, that is one who has not realized that he is not a karta, he is not the karta and he is not a bhokta, we have not reached that level. So for such a man, karma sannyasah, then tat pratikulasya karmanusthana lashanah karma yoga. Karma sannyasa is on one side. Then tat pratikulaha, something which is opposed to that. What is that? Karma yoga. Karma yoga, karma anusthana lashanah. Lashanah means that which is characterized by performance of karma. Karma anusthana lashanah. The literal translation is that which is characterized by performance of karma. कर्मानुष्ठानलक्षणः कर्मयोगः संभवेताम्. संभवेताम् is द्विवचनम्. संभवेत् संभवेताम् द्विवचनम्. That is, these two things are possible. Then tada tayoh nishreyasakartva bhuktihi. Then it is possible. Then you can say, okay, you can say anything saying that these two things are nishreyasakarav. These two things are nishreyasakarav means these two things are right paths which will lead you to nishreyasa. Then karma yogasya karma sannyasat vishishthatva abhidhanam. Then you can also say that karma yoga is superior to karma sannyasa. Vishishthatva abhidhanam. Abhidhanam means vishishthatva abhidhanam. That saying that this is superior to that. Vishishthatva abhidhanam. Abhidhanam means saying or mentioning or affirming that this karma yoga is superior to karma sannyasa. All that thing will become appropriate. Vishishthatva abhidhanam. Ityetat ubhayam upapadyate. Both these things, they fit in, they become appropriate. Is this line clear? Okay, next line. Atmavidastu sannyasa karmayogayoho asambhavat tayoho nishreyasakaratva abhidhanam karma sannyasachya कर्मयोगः विशिष्यते इति च अनुपपन्नम. So in the case of atmavidastu, tu means on the other hand, for an atmavit, atmavidah means atmavit, that is shashti ekavasanam. In the case of an atmavit, then sannyasa karmayogayoho asambhavat, because of the inconceivability. Because these two things cannot happen in the case of an ajnani. In the case of a jnani, these two things cannot be there. Only one thing can be there. Then saying that these two things are there and then both are really good paths and between the two karma yoga is better. Saying all that is rather ridiculous, is anupapannam. So that is what, just repeat, he has repeated that. For Atmavit, what is the overall conclusion? Overall conclusion is, for an Atmavit, only sannyasa is possible, there is no karma yoga. For an Anatmavit, there are two options, that is sannyasa and also karma yoga. Then, let us read the next thing. Atra aha kim atmavidah sannyasa karma yogayoho ubhayoho api asambhavah ahosvit anyatarasya asambhavah. So again, what we have just discussed in the introduction, it is being mentioned here. What is that? Now we are discussing the case of a jnani. Leave aside ajnani for some time. Then now we are discussing the case of a jnani. In the case of a jnani, then easy talking about between this sannyasa and karma yoga, which one is impossible? Which is it that is impossible for, say, ubhayoha api asambhava, are both impossible. In the last line he said, karma sannyasa karma yoga yoho asambhavat, he said. Are both things asambhava? Asambhava means something which are impossible or inconceivable, or one of them is inconceivable. So that is the question here. Kim atmavidah sannyasa karma yoga yoho ubhayoho api asambhava. Are you mentioning or are you saying that both sannyasa and karma yoga are not possible in the case of a jnani, or ahosvit, or else anyatarasya asambhavaha? Anyatarasya means one of them, one of the two. Anyatarasya asambhavaha. Are you talking about the impossibility of both of them, or are you talking about impossibility of only one of them? So that is it. Then yadacha anyatarasya asambhavaha tada kim karma sannyasasya uta karma yogasya iti yadacha anyatarasya asambhavaha. So when yada, that is when anyatarasya asambhavaha, when one of them is impossible. If you say that one of them is impossible, tada kim karma sannyasasya uta karma yogasya. Are you saying that karma sannyasa is impossible for him, or karma yoga is impossible for him? So that is the question. Asambhavecha karanam vaktavyam iti. So if it is asambhava, whatever is it, one of them is asambhava, one of them is impossible, and you have to say, you have to clarify as to which one is asambhava, and you should also give the reason why it is asambhava. Asambhava means that is impossible. So one of them is impossible, or one of them will not not suit him. One of them is it will not arise in his case. Impossible means asambhava. It will not arise in his case. And then why? The reason you have to mention. So that is the meaning here. Asambhavecha karanam vaktavyamiti. Atra uchyate atmavidah nivruttamithya jnanatvat viparyaya jnanamulasya not yajna viparyaya jnanam samshaya jnanam viparyaya jnanam. So that is viparyaya jnanam. This is jnanam. Viparyaya jnanamulasya karmayogasya asambhavah syat. So this is in one line he has just briefly mentioned. One line, Shankaracharya style is that he mentions whatever he says in one line and then expands. So this one line, short line is called Sangraha Vakyam. This is Atmavidah Nivrutta Mithya Jnanatvat. Atmavidah Nivrutta Mithya Jnanatvat Viparyaya Jnanamulasya Karmayogasya Asambhavah Syat. So then he is now analyzing. What is this? What is the status of an Atmavit? Atmavit is one where Nivrutta Mithya Jnanatvam is there. He is a Nivrutta Mithya Jnana. So let us break these words. Mithya Jnanam. Jnanam we know. Mithya Jnanam is not temporary. That is erroneous knowledge. Mithya Jnanam. Seeing a rope and then seeing a snake on it. Instead of seeing a rope as a rope, you see some snake. So that is Mithya Jnanam. Ajnanam is not total lack of knowledge. Ajnanam is wrong knowledge. Seeing one thing as the other is Ajnanam. Vedanta says Ajnanam is not a total zero knowledge or lack of knowledge. You are having a lot of knowledge, but then you are seeing one thing as the other. So that is what Vedanta says. Mithya Jnana. Mithya Jnana is erroneous knowledge, wrong knowledge. So Nivrutta Mithya Jnana. Atmavit, in the case of an Atmavit, that Nivrutta Mithya Jnana, that Mithya Jnanam has gone. He is seeing a rope as a rope and not as a snake. So that is the point. Nivrutta Mithya Jnanatvat. So Atmavit is one who is a Nivrutta Mithya Jnanaha. So that is what we have to say. And in Atmavit there is a Nivrutta Mithya Jnanatvam. Jnanatvam, when you say Jnanatvam, that is that status of being a person whose false knowledge has been dispelled. Nivrutta, something which has been dispelled, something which has disappeared. So the status of the state where this false knowledge has disappeared, that is Nivrutta Mithya Jnanatvam. Nivrutta Mithya Jnanatvat is Panchami Vibhakti. Because of that, because in the case of an Atmavit, that Mithya Jnanam has been dispelled. Is it okay?
Yes.
Only the language is difficult. The concept is, we have been talking in ordinary terms. Then Viparyaya Jnanamulasya Karmayogasya Asambhavaha. Then he says Karmayogasya Asambhavaha. Karma yoga is impossible. Why is it impossible? Viparyaya Jnanamulaha Karmayogaha. The two words are Viparyaya Jnanamulaha Karmayogaha. Viparyaya Jnanamulaha. The Viparyaya Jnanam is same thing. Mithya Jnanam. Viparyaya is Mithya Jnanam only. Mithya Jnanamulasya Karmayogasya Asambhavaha Syat. So this is what is this Karma Yoga? Karma Yoga is again at the level of Ajnana only. This we have to be very clear. Karma Yoga is definitely a great path, but then this is at the level of Vyavaharika Satta. Karma Yoga is at the level of Vyavaharika Satta. What you do, all this Yajna, Yaga and all these things which you do, either as a Kamya Karma, if you are doing as a Kamya Karma, asking for the fruit of the action and all that, you are in a greater darkness. But if you are doing it in with say the spirit of Karma Yoga, as an offer to the Lord and whatnot, as an offer to the Samashti, so then you are in a slightly better stage, but that is still a Vyavaharika level, that is still Ajnana level. Jnani is a situation where that Kartrutva Bhavana disappears. In the case of a Karma Yogi, Kartrutva Bhavana is very much there, isn't it? Kartrutva Bhavana is very much there. I am doing something. I am doing for Loka Sangraha, I am doing for the welfare of mankind, I am doing it as my contribution to Samashti, I am doing it as an order from the Lord. So this is this mental makeup with which he is performing his action. So this I am doing, that is that Ajnana level, it is still there. He has not gone beyond that. So that is the point we have to see. That is why Viparyaya Jnanamulasya Karma Yogasya. So this Karma Yoga itself is Viparyaya Jnanamulam, Ajnanamulam only. So that we have to understand. It does not mean, okay, let us give up this karma yoga also. When Shankaracharya is saying karma yoga is something which is at the level of ajnana, we should not say, okay, let me leave this karma yoga and then you can I can do whatever I want. It's not like that. Karma yoga we have to jolly well perform in order to slowly overcome all our raga, dvesha and all these feelings. Slowly that bhoktrutva bhavana will disappear. Slowly that thing will thin down, and then slowly you will reach to that jnana path. So that is the point here. Where is this? Viparya jnana moolasya karma yogasya asambhavah syat. Then he is explaining. Janmadi sarva vikriya rahitattvena nishkriyam atmanam atmatvena yaha vetti tasya atmavidah samyak darshanena apasta mithya jnanasya nishkriyatma स्वरूपावस्थान लक्षणम सर्व कर्म संन्यासम उक्त्वा तद विपरीतस्य okay, karma yoga will come again. We will see this first part, that is janmadi sarva vikriya rahitatvena nishkriyam atmanam atmatvena yaha vetti. So he is saying two things. He is first defining what is atma. And then he is then saying, Atmatvena Vetti, one who knows that Atman is your own self. There are two things here. What is that Atma? And then there is a person who is realizing that particular Atma is my own. I am the same Atma. Aham Brahmasmi level. So that is what he is saying. What is that Atma? Janmadi sarva vikriya rahitatvena nishkriyam. That Atma, we have seen in the second chapter, there was a lot of discussion about how that Shad Bhava Vikaraha are not there, Najayate, Mriyate, Va Kutaschit, Nayam Bhutva, Bhavita, Vana Bhuyaha, all those things we read. So Janmadi Shad Vikaraha, what are those Shad Vikaraha? These 6 type of changes, there we saw that Jayate, Asti, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apachiyate, Vinasyati. That is the 6 levels in any organism. In any organism, so it takes birth, and then it slowly comes into existence, and then it vardhate, slowly it grows. Then again, slowly it becomes slightly bigger, and then there is a slight transformation, parinamate. Then again, say apachiyate, then after you cross the hump, slowly that decline starts, apachiyate, and then vinasyati. So then again it perishes. So these 6 stages are there. It can be 6 stages or 4 stages. There is nothing very sacrosanct. So janmadi sarva vikriya. That is the basic point is vikriya. Vikriya means change. Vikara. Vikara and vikriya are one and the same. That those vikaras are not changed, which are not there in the Atman. Atma is of the nature of pure consciousness, in which these vikaras are not there. Only a being. This being means any being. Only in all these beings only there are vikaras. And what are these beings? We have also seen earlier how these beings come into existence. What are these beings actually? What is a human being? A human being in our Siddhanta, a human being is not the superior fellow, or an animal or a dog is the inferior thing. In our Siddhanta, we say that all beings are equal. So that is, what is that? Akashad Vayuhu Vayu Ragnihi we have seen. So there is, I say that initially that hot airs will be there, and then those airs they become fire, and then from fire you get water, and then that water means a fluid. That fluid cools down and then becomes a solidified matter, and then from that solidified matter, Oshadhihi, Prithivya Oshadhayah, Prithivya Oshadhayah, Oshadhibhyo Annam, we say. Oshadhi means all this plant kingdom, and then that becomes Annam. Annam means food. And then Annam becomes Purusha. So it is not as though suddenly God is creating man or creating this donkey, creating this thing, that it is not like that. We say that Annam is getting transformed into Purusha. How this transforms, of course, that is for the scientists to say. But then we have also our seers, ancient seers, in a very, very logical way they have said. That Annat Purushaha. This Oshadhi is becoming Annam. This Annam is becoming human being. Purusha means does not mean a man. Purusha means Puri Shayanat Purushaha. Purusha refers to any being. Any animal, any living being is Purusha. It is not as though human being and also Purusha. Purusha we refer to man. It does not refer to man only. So, Annat Purusha. Then that is why he says, Ahamannam, Ahamannam. Have you heard this? In all these tithis, all these Shraddha mantras, they say Ahamannam, Ahamannam, Ahamannado, Ahamannado, Ahamannadaha. They say, I am Annam, I am Annam, I am the eater of Annam. I am Adyate Atticha Bhutani. I eat and get eaten. So, whatever is that Oshadhi, from the plant kingdom, this life has come. That plant kingdom, this life has come, and all these animals have come. So, that is how we say. So, all these things, where did we go into that? Nishkriyat, yeah, all these changes, all these vikaras, all this parinama is not there in that Atman. And all this parinama is an appearance in Maya. Ultimately, what we say is that all this parinama, what all we talk about, this Srishti Krama and whatnot, it is only an appearance in this Maya. We don't say it is a reality. We don't say all this thing is a reality. It is an appearance in that Maya. Only that consciousness is appearing as all these things. That is ultimately what we say. Then, sarva karma sanya, okay, tad viparitasya, okay, here, janmadi sarva vikriya rahitatvena, nishkriyam atmanam. So, that atma is something which is nishkriya, where there is no vikara, there is no kriya, there is no activity also. Then, such an atma, atmatvena yaha vetti. He knows, vetti means janati, he knows that atmatvena, as his own self. Atmatvena means as his own self, he knows. Then, tasya atmavidaha, for that atmavit, samyak darshanena apasta mithya jnanasya. Because of the right understanding, his wrong understanding has been dispelled. Because of the right understanding, all the erroneous knowledge, all the mithya jnana has been apastam. Apastam means nirastam. Nirastam is that which has been dispelled, driven away. All the mithya jnana or erroneous knowledge has been driven away, has disappeared. Then he is in that nishkriya atmaswarupa avasthana lakshanam. So nishkriya atmaswarupe avasthanam. So he is stationed, he has positioned himself, he is very strongly settled in that nishkriya atmaswarupa. So he is very clear that he is a nishkriya atma. There is no action in him. He may be doing some action like King Janaka or King Rama, but then there is a nishkriyatvam in him. Nishkriyatvam does not mean total lack of action or foolishness, but then there is no kartrutva bhavana in him. He is just going through all those motions, he is just discharging his duty, but then there is nishkriyatvam. Nishkriya atmaswarupa avasthanam. Avasthanam means to be in that position. That lakshanam sarva karma sannyasam uktva. So that sarva karma sannyasam is characterized by nishkriya atmaswarupa avasthanam. Sarva karma sannyasam is characterized by a person staying in that frame of mind where he is realizing that he is that nishkriya atma himself, and where there is no nishkriya atma swarupa avasthanam. That in that atma swarupa he is stationed himself, he has positioned himself. So that is the characteristic of sarva karma sannyasam. Uktva tad viparitasya. Let us read this. Tad viparitasya mithya jnana mula कर्तृत्वाभिमान पुरस्सरस्य सक्रियात्म स्वरूपावस्थान रूपस्य कर्मयोगस्य इह गीताशास्त्रे तत्र आत्मस्वरूप निरूपण प्रदेशेषु सम्यज्ञान मिथ्याज्ञान तत्कार्य विरोधात् अभावः प्रतिपाद्यते यस्मात्. Okay, we will stop here. Okay, now he is coming to the other person. Now we have seen this Atmavit, and then we have talked about Nishkriyatma Swarupa Avasthana Lakshanam Sarva Karma Sannyasam, where he is settled in that state of Atma Jnana, where he is finding himself not different from Brahman. So that is Avasthanam, Swarupe Avasthanam. Then the Uktva Tad Viparitasya. Now he is saying something totally the opposite thing. What is that? Tad Viparitam. Viparita means opposite. Viparitasya. Then Karma Yogasya. he is saying karma yogasya. Tad viparitam is karma yogam. And what are the characteristic or adjectives which he is using? Mithya jnana moola kartrutva bhimana purassaram. So mithya jnanam is the moolam. Moolam means root. This erroneous knowledge is the root cause of all these things. Erroneous knowledge is the root cause of the karma yoga also. Erroneous knowledge is the root cause for kamya karma. Erroneous knowledge is also the root cause for karma yoga. Kamya karma and karma yoga, we know the difference. So, karma yoga is nishkama karma. So, these two things we know. So, for both the things, mithya jnanam is the moolam. So, there is a rope, and the jnani is one who sees a rope as a rope. This mithya jnani, he sees this rope as a snake. And then, say this kamya karma. So this kamya karma fellow, he is trying to do something, he is trying to say win over that snake, or he is going to do something well with that snake, that is that kamya karma. Then nishkama karma, he just wants to, he doesn't want to touch it, or he is totally untouched by that, and then so something like that. Say somebody may do some upasana, somebody may do some mantra japa in order to get over the fear of that snake. So that is another path. So all these things, all these activities are at the level of mithya jnana only. So that is what we have to see. So mithya jnana moola, then kartrutva bhimana purassarasya. So that kartrutva bhimana is very much there. Kartrutva bhimana purassaram. Purassaram is, it is very much there in front of you. Puraha sarati iti purassaraha. Then it is there very much in front of you. Kartrutva bhimana is very much there, present. Kartrutva bhimana purassarasya. Then sakriyatma swarupa avasthana rupasya. So there we saw the earlier one was Nishkriyatma Swarupa. Here it is Sakriyatma Swarupa. So I am the doer. Sakriya Atma Swarupa. Atma, we are not referring to the Supreme Atman, we are referring to the self. Sakriyatma, I am the doer. So this is the nature. So Sakriyatma Rupa Avasthana Rupasya Karma Yogasya. This Karma Yoga is characterized by the feeling that a person is say having that feeling that I am the doer. Where I am feeling that I am the doer. So that characterizes Karma Yoga. Is it clear? Avasthana Rupasya Karma Yogasya Iha Gita Shastre. In this Gita Shastra, Tatra means in several places, in different places. Atma Swarupa Nirupana Pradesheshu. In places where this Atma Swarupa Nirupanam is being done. In places where, say, Lord Krishna is trying to explain the nature of Atman. He is trying to explain the real nature of Atma. He has told in several places. Then samyagnana mithyajnana tat karya virodhat abhavaha pratipadyate. Samyagnana mithyajnana tat karya virodhat. So samyagnana is going to produce some result. Mithyajnana is going to produce some other result. These two results are totally opposite. Samyagnana is leading to brahmavit brahmaiva bhavati. He is in that state. Mithya jnana is leading to some other thing. Mithya jnana is leading to kamya karma, it is leading to nishkama karma, it is okay, it is in a different way. But these two things are totally different. So therefore, abhavaha pratipadyate. Abhavaha means absence. Absence of what? We have to connect it with that. Karma yogasya abhavaha. Sakriyatma swarupavasthana rupasya karma yogasya. Iha Gita Shastre Tatra Tattva Nirupana Pradesheshu Samyagnana Mithyajnana Tatkarya Virodhat Abhavaha. So this Karma Yogasya has to be linked to this Abhava. Karma Yogasya Abhavaha Pratipadyate. That is the main line. The structure of the sentence, if you remove some phrases in between, the structure of the sentence is Iha Gita Shastre Karma Yogasya Abhavaha. Evariki, for whom? For a Jnani. For a Jnani. For an Atmavit, Atmavidaha Karma Yogasya Abhavaha Pratipadyate. That is the main line. For an Atmavit, there is no Karma Yoga. So the question started with, for an Atmavit, what are the two options? Then now the answer is, for an Atmavit, Karma Yogasya Abhavaha. Karma Yoga is not possible. It does not arise in his case. Is it clear? Okay. Karma Yogasya Abhavaha Pratipadyate Yasmat Tasmat. Pratipadyate Yasmat means, because this Karma Yoga is not there for a Jnani, Yasmat, Tasmat, therefore, Atmavidaha, Nivritta Mithyajnanasya, Viparyaya Jnana Moolaha, Karma Yogaha, Na Sambhavati, Iti Yuktam Muktam Syat. So therefore, wherefore, because Mithya, because of this Samyak Jnana, this false knowledge has been dispelled. Because of that, then Atmavidaha, for an Atmajnani, for a Jnani, Nivritta Mithya Jnanasya, for in whose case all this the wrong knowledge has been dispelled, then Karma Yoga na sambhavati. Karma Yoga is not possible. Why? Viparyaya Jnana Mulaha. What type of Karma Yoga? This is based on this erroneous knowledge. Viparyaya Jnana Mulaha. Mulaha is root. This Karma Yoga which is rooted in erroneous knowledge. So that sort of thing is impossible. It is impossible. Rooted in erroneous knowledge, that is something which is impossible. Iti yuktam uktam syat. So whatever has been told, it has been appropriately told. It is very correctly told that for a jnani, this Karma Yoga is impossible. Then next line. Keshu keshu punaha Atmaswarupa nirupana pradesheshu
आत्मस्वरूप निरूपण प्रदेशेषु
आत्मविदः कर्माभावः प्रतिपाद्यते इति.
आत्मविदः कर्माभावः प्रतिपाद्यते इति.
So again Shankaracharya is questioning himself. What is it? What are those places? Keshu keshu pradesheshu. That is, in what all places? Pradesha is place. Keshu keshu pradesheshu. In what all places? Or in what all contexts? In what all chapters? In what all shlokas? That is the meaning. In what all places? Atmavidah karmabhavaha pratipadyate. Where is it that is proposed? Where is it that is told? Or where is it that is clarified that an Atmavid is not having any karma? So that then he is giving several quotations. Avinashitu tadvidhi.
Avinashitu tadvidhi.
Iti prakrutya. Ya enam vetti hantaram. Veda vinashinam nityam. Ityadau. Okay, he is just giving some 3 examples. Avinashitu tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham avyayasyasya. We remember that. We need not again go to that shloka. Avinashitu tadvidhi. Tat means that. That means Brahma. That is Avinashi. There is absolutely no vikara in that. There is no change. That is something which is infinite. So that is Avinashi. There is no perishing. It is something of unperishing nature. That is Avinashi. Iti prakrutya. Having started like that, ya enam vetti hantaram, ya enam manyate hatam, ubhautav na vijanitau, nayam hanti na vijanitaha, nayam hanti na hanyate. That is what we said, we heard. That is, what is that? One who knows this as something which is a hanta. Hanta means one who is slaying somebody. Ya enam manyate hatam, one who feels that this Atma is something which is killed. So an extreme example of killing has been given only to show that this Atma is something which does not perish. Atma is something which does not perish. It is not encouraging Arjuna to kill people. It is an extreme example. There we saw that Bhashyam also. In that Bhashyam it was very clearly written that an extreme example has been given only to emphasize that this Atma is of such nature. It is not something which is going to die. So that is it. Yayenam veti hantaram. Then Veda vinashinam nityam yayenam ajamavyayam katham sa purusha partha. That also we saw. Veda avinashinam nityam. This is something which is unperishing. This is something which is eternal. So this is what we saw. Ityadav. Then tatra Atmavidah karma bhavaha uchyate. Ityadav tatra Atmavidah karma bhavaha uchyate. In all these places, karma bhava, that is absence of karma, in the case of a jnani has been very clearly mentioned. Then nanucha karma yogopi atmaswarupa nirupana pradesheshu tatra pratipadyate eva yatha tasmad yudhyasva bharata ityadav. Then there is a small purvapaksha. Nanucha karmayogopi atma swarupa nirupana pradesheshu. In all these places where the Lord is telling about this Atma, the nature of Atma, then here and there karma yoga also is being told. How? Tasmad yudhyasva bharata. He is saying, okay, oh Arjuna, you take up arms and then you fight. Like that. Then atasya katham atmavidah karmayogasya asambhavah syat iti. So there is a purvapasha. He says, atasya, therefore, katham atmavidah karmayogasya asambhavah syat. So how is it that you are saying when Lord Krishna is saying Tasmad Yudhyasva, he is saying karma for Atma Jnani that karma yoga is not possible. Then again he says karma yoga, therefore you take up arms and then fight. Atra uchyate samyak jnana mithya jnana tat karya virodhat. So I think this we will explain, we will go in the next class, we will take up in the next class, because there is again a very long discussion. It is a very long discussion which we can't complete now. So atra uchyate, we'll stop here. So in this class we have seen that that Atmavit is one, Atmavit is a person who is in that Paramarthika Satta. So this Karma Yoga is in the level of say Mithya Jnana, and it is at the level of Vyavaharika Satta. So these two things we have seen. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.